Hello everyone and welcome back to another 100% on the channel. Today we're doing Wenjia, a short jumping puzzle slash story game. This game has a total of 13 total achievements and only takes a few hours to complete. The main premise of the game is to reach the end of the game and unlock portions of the story along the way. You also have to balance between switching between light and dark, which often causes some of the puzzles to be more difficult than they should be. Anyways, let's get started on Wenjia. So, as you can see, once I start the game starts you off by learning the controls, much like most games nowadays. But fails to mention anything about the collectibles.
Of course!
The collectibles happen to be little glowing orbs. You will see them sometimes in the light mode and in the dark mode, so that is why the puzzles get a little more confusing. But anyways, you are going to have to collect all the glowing orbs in this game to get the 100% done, and they can be quite tedious and or time restricted, as you'll see a little bit later on. So as you can see here, I'm collecting my first orb of the game, and doing so gets me the first achievement of the day.
Hysterical!
The next achievement I believe coming up is story related and not missable.
Did you miss me?
All you have to do is escape the cave and move on to the next section of the game. It does say jump into the air, but like I said, I don't think it's missable. I then did my first time trial of the game, and I ended up finishing this with 0.03 seconds to spare, getting all three of the collectibles this way. These are a common theme for the time trials. They are pretty difficult to complete. Like I said, 0.03 seconds to complete this one, but it does give me the S tier and all the collectibles.
Nice.
Anyways, we're going to keep moving on. I kept playing, and the next portion of the story is the forest. Not too much to it. After a pretty cool cutscene, I get another achievement right here for crossing the forest. And here's the cutscene. Anyways, I just kept pushing along in the story. There's not too much I can do achievement wise while playing this game for the first time. You're going to have to go back and get all the collectibles unless you are using a guide. And even then, it still will take a couple hours. So once again, the visuals in this game are pretty good. I end up going through this little part of the story right here. And then we keep moving on.
Move along.
So after this, we come across our next story-related achievement, which is reaching these animals at the end of the runic, or runic, I don't know how to say it.
What are you doing using your big school words? Just use normal people words and I'll understand what you're talking about.
I then went ahead and collected the orbs once again while completing my run. Cleanup will be later, but by getting this orb, I get the achievement for collecting all the stories in the extra menu. I didn't go and look for the extras. There was nothing related to it, so I wasn't really that interested. But as you can see here, I'm going through the levels a little bit to try and get the orbs. And by getting this one in particular, I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to it, I do get the achievement to pop on screen. So after this, I go ahead and continue on through the game, and after this I keep pushing forward through the story and get the achievement for making it out of the cave. Now I didn't realize this is actually the end parts of the game.
No. It's not true.
So I do get this achievement to pop on screen, and after continuing there's going to be a little bit of a cutscene. So here is the cutscene like I mentioned earlier. So escaping the cave is the main part of the game. We come down here, we get sucked into this little, I guess, airway sort of thing. And after reaching the top with all the animals we met along the way, we are teleported to the cave mouth. And once leaving the cave, this will complete our first run of the game. So by doing this, I get the achievement for completing the game for the first time. And I actually am going to get a second achievement here because I split my playthroughs through 3 different time sessions. I didn't have enough time to go through the game in one run. But by doing this, I guess the game doesn't realize that I have like 2 or 3 hours of total playtime. but it said I beat the game in under an hour, which isn't true. It took me a couple, but I'll take the free achievement anyways.
Why does all you do is complaining?
Now you can see I died over 200 times in this playthrough. For one of the later achievements, you have to die under 5 times and complete the game. So I had to find a way to figure this out, how I'm going to get this achievement. Anyways, we then enter the cleanup portion of the video, which is just collecting random orbs throughout the game. So right here, I collected all the orbs in the beginning of the forest game, or forest section. I went ahead and showed all the orbs I missed throughout the levels. It wasn't too many by any means, but you do have to play through the entire thing if you missed them in a certain section.
You suck, you jackass.
So right here, I go back into the runic, and after this, I got the final orb in there, getting me another achievement. After this, all I have to do is clean up the cave section, and I am missing one orb, and it is in the corner right here. So after collecting this orb, I get the achievement for getting all the orbs in the cave. And right after this, I have collected all the energy crystals / orbs in the game, and I get that achievement as well.
Great success.
Now, you might be questioning why there is over 3 minutes left in this video.
Yes, I am.
And it is because the last achievement requires me to finish the game with less than 5 deaths. So obviously I went ahead and loaded the final level up and just clicked replay to see if that would work. And I enter the cutscene, and I'm hoping it pops on screen. And if you couldn't have guessed by now, it did not pop. So I went ahead and did this a different method by reloading my save file at the very end of the game and just deleting the rest of it to see if this would work instead of just loading the level up like normal. So I go ahead and run through this once again, reaching the final cutscene. And the achievement didn't pop once again. So instead, I obviously have to load the entire game up and replay it again and not die more than 5 times. We're gonna go ahead and play an entire new run. I know what to do now. I played it. The end is by far the hardest part anyways if you're avoiding the orbs. So let's go ahead and get this done. So here we are once again at the end of the game. As you can see here, I'm pretty much a pro at this game now. And this is our final run that we need to do. I think I had all 5 deaths remaining at this point. I don't know if you guys want to believe me or not for that. But yeah, the cutscene gets a little laggy. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's trying to lag me out from not getting the achievement.
You shall not pass!
But you know, we pushed through, my Xbox pushed through, and we go ahead and go through this whole cutscene once again. As we know by now, it's gonna spit me out at the back.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Once again, and I have to make my way to the cave exit. So once we get to the cave exit once again and we run into the field completing the game, I'm hoping the achievement will pop right away like the story completion one did, but that is honestly not the case. So now I'm waiting and sweating a little bit at this point, hoping that the achievement is gonna pop. Once we get to the second screen where it plays a few cutscenes and more of the story beats, the achievement does end up popping for me. And here we have it right here. It should pop, and there it is. So this is the final achievement of Wenjia. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all again next week with another video.
One, two, three, four.